have a very special guest today, Ajay Jain Bhutoria, who is a very known politician, and right now in 2022 he has got a special position in the cabinet of Honorable President Joe Biden. He is now the Advisory Commissioner for the Asian American and Pacific Islander community for the President's office in USA. Big congratulations, and it is a moment of pride for all Indian Americans. How's your feel?
Thank you so much. I mean, it's great to be appointed by President Biden and being the voice of Asian Americans. So I look forward to. Thank you.
So in your new role, what is something that you're looking forward to?
You know, if you look at the last few years, there has been a very rise in hate crimes across the country against Asian Americans. We are going through a very challenging time in the COVID crisis, and a lot of small businesses are impacted. So there are a lot of opportunities to uplift our Asian Americans through multiple areas, and my role will be, to understand what our community's needs are, something which we can help and make a difference in the community.
In December, the President announced his intention to nominate 23 outstanding Americans of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander extraction to serve on this commission alongside with Ambassador Tai and me. Our commission will advise the President on ways to advance equity, justice, and opportunity for the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander communities throughout the entirety of the federal government, including ways to advance health equity and address the rise in anti-Asian xenophobia and hate. So it's now my honor to introduce our commissioners. Sanol Shah, Amy Agbayani, Teresita Baitayola, AJ Bhutoria.
The work that you will do is to give us candid feedback. I promise you, and I invite you. That is what we want. We want candid feedback. We want advice. We want to know how the ideas and the decisions that we may make will actually hit the streets. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Wonderful. So I know you're too new in the office right now, and a lot of work is something that you're looking forward to do ahead. But is there anything you are really proud of at this moment, and something that you would like to project?
I'm really proud of our President and Vice President, what they have done in the first year. The first year just concluded, and we want. Recently, you might have seen that President issued 500 million COVID test kits, which are delivered to everybody at home. Then there are free on 1 billion masks and 95 masks which are delivered to everybody. And then there's so much work which has been done in child poverty has been reduced by almost 40+% by child tax credit which President has given. There are a lot of jobs. If you look at the job numbers, millions of jobs have been added in the last year. And then President has passed the resolution to make sure the Justice Department looks at the hate crimes, and they're taken care of for our temples and gurudwaras and places of worship are more secure and safe. So there's a lot of work, amazing work, which being done by the President and the Vice President, the entire team. I mean, so I'm proud of that.
It's been a year of challenges, but it's also been a year of enormous progress. We went from 2 million people being vaccinated at the moment I was sworn in to 210 million Americans being fully vaccinated today. We created 6 million new jobs, more jobs in 1 year than any time before. The unemployment rate dropped to 3.9%. Child poverty dropped by nearly 40%, the biggest drop ever in American history. New business applications grew by 30%, the biggest increase ever. And for the first time in a long time, this country's working people actually got a raise. People, the bottom 40%, saw their income go up the most of all that got a raise. We cut health insurance premiums for millions of American families, and we just made surprise medical bills illegal in this country.
That's really impressive, and I know you have been a big-time campaigner for President Joe Biden. You have also been in the Finance Committee for the Democrats.
Right.
So, for an Indian American who is an immigrant and who is himself doing his, consultancy work and other services, you as a politician, it wouldn't have been easy for you to, step forward and go to the national level and be there where you are. It's a pride for all of us. But what were the major challenges and how did you overcome them?
Well, there's always been a passion to serve people and to bring positive change, whether it's serving homeless people every Sunday and trying to solve the homelessness solution in the Bay Area, or trying to give a voice to millions of South Asian across the country. Our South Asian community is a very powerful community. If you look at all the big companies, we now see the CEOs of our, whether Satya Nadella or Sundar Pichai or so many others, right? If you look at the COVID-19 fight, our doctors and engineers our doctors and nurses has been at the forefront. If you look at in the army and everywhere else, but we also wanted to make sure that we also have a voice on the table in the national level, so that our voices and numbers are counted, and in the policy we have place for our community, and that is what prompted me to make sure that we work at the national level and bring our voices and our issues and concerns and get the solutions for them.
So one thing I would like to ask you, like last year in 2020, there was a big BLM movement, Black Lives Matter, and it's very unfortunate that an officer did something that he shouldn't have done, and that led to all of these big movements, and especially all the attack that happened on the Capitol in DC. These were really some of the unexpected things that happened, and that too during a pandemic.
For the first time in American history, we're living through 4 crises at the same time. A public health crisis.
The U.S. set a new single-day record for coronavirus infections.
An economic crisis.
Devastating unemployment not seen since the Great Depression.
A climate crisis.
The impact of climate change is dangerous, and it is already being felt in the United States.
And a national reckoning on racial injustice.
So what's your take on these kind of scenarios?
Definitely these are not our tradition, our values or our culture, or part of American values and American culture. And President Biden took the office in a country of very difficult time. As you explained all these things, especially the insurrection in the Capitol was going on. But if you see now within last year, the country with his power and with his with his values of kindness and compassion, he has brought the country together. He has the country is healing, and there's less and less divisiveness. And President Biden and the Vice President Kamala Harris is leading the country into a more better American future with our traditional values, which is love for all, kindness for all, compassion, and being together. So we are stronger together, and we are moving forward.
You belong to the Rajasthani background. You are from the state of Rajasthan in India, which is a very colorful state. We love the pink city of Jaipur and the great dresses. The culture is so rich. The heritage is so strong. It's colorful. The ladies love the jewelry. Coming from such a rich place, I see that you also get your turban tied at the Fremont Gurdwara, and you also visited some European countries where you Israel, for example, where you went to the mosques and you paid your respect. So how do you intermingle between all the different cultures?
That's part of our Rajasthani culture, right? We welcome, and a part of our Indian culture, we welcome and all the culture, and we are part. The whole world is ours, right? And everybody is united. So it's always good to learn more about other cultures, and whether being a Gurudwara is, I feel one of our own. With our Sikh brothers and sisters, with such a welcome, respect. Wearing the turban is such an honor. Or whether going in Israel and being in the Jewish community and being together with them and supporting them. It's a great. I was able to meet some of the members of parliament there, and went to the Gaza and see the problems firsthand. Went to the Syria border and things. So yeah, it's important for us to be embrace and welcome all cultures. And recently we organized a few weeks back. We organized a event with the State Department and Afghanistani community leader in Fremont. We have one of the largest Afghani community. We wanted to make sure, brought together the mayor. We want to make sure that our incoming Afghani population, we have a easy way of settling them down and welcoming them and providing the necessary things what they need, support from across the cities, Fremont, Hayward, up to Sacramento. So yeah.
That's awesome. So on this beautiful occasion of 26th January, we are celebrating the Republic Day right here in San Francisco. And thanks to Mayor London Breed for decorating in tricolor the City Hall, as we see in the background, and also the Gadar Memorial, which is a very traditional monument where the independence started in early 1900s by the Sikhs. So both of these are like landmark structures here in San Francisco, and they are lit up in tricolor, and all Indian Americans are feeling so proud. What is your message to the Yo India TV viewers on this beautiful occasion of Republic Day of India?
I guess we are celebrating the 73rd India Republic Day celebration. We witnessed a very beautiful parade in Delhi, which happened, and we had a wonderful festival here. As you said, the San Francisco city celebrates with us, and our message is that one of the important things is that we want to support the youth of both this country, Indian Americans and South Asian Americans, as well as the youth of India. So anything you could do to promote the youth, give them an opportunity to move forward and upward, and promote them into the leadership roles, give them opportunity, because all my listeners, they must be working in large companies or big companies in Silicon Valley. So there's a lot of opportunity they can find. So if you can take few youths and mentor them and guide them to be the next successful leader, whether in business, engineers, doctors, or in politics, please do. And if you want to reach me out through my Facebook, and I'm more than happy to support and help and mentor you.
Thank you, Ajay. It was really a pleasure talking to you, and we wish you all the very success for your new role as Commissioner to President Biden. And we are truly proud, and we look forward to some solid accomplishments from a person like you. There are a lot of expectations. So look forward to some nice work, look forward to some community benefit, and big congratulations again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Justinji, and thank you to Yo India. You are doing great, and you are bringing all the great things which happen in the community to our community, and that's much needed. And thank you so much.